And hello, I'm John Bachman. Another day of attacks on ISIS by Jordan, and protesters again hit the streets. Jordan's queen joined the marches in Amman, still furious over that ISIS released video showing a Jordanian pilot being burned to death. The Jordanian Air Force pounded ISIS again in Syria today, and officials there say this is just the beginning. And right now, it's an exodus in eastern Ukraine. A convoy of buses has been sent to evacuate civilians through what's being called a humanitarian corridor. They are being pulled out of a town in the center of the fighting between Russian-backed rebels and Ukraine's army. Vice President Joe Biden is in Brussels today.
This is a moment where the United States and Europe must stand together, stand firm. Russia cannot be allowed to redraw the map of Europe.
Also, the leaders of France and Germany are taking a peace proposal to Moscow. Yesterday, they met with Ukraine's president. Jury selection continues in Texas with a trial of a man accused of killing Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle is ongoing. Eddie Ray Rouse lawyers are using PTSD as a defense, but the veterans group, the Warfare Foundation, says they've talked to vets who knew Routh, and they say he never saw any actual combat. Routh is accused of killing Kyle and another man, Chad Littlefield, on a shooting range in 2012. And a relatively rosy jobs report today from the Labor Department. It says that 250,000 more jobs were created in January. That's more than what was expected. The unemployment's also up 0.1%, but that's being chalked up to more Americans starting to look for work again. The report also says that wages rose by the most in 6 years. And that hack attack on America's second largest health insurer, Anthem, may have been carried out by Chinese hackers. Several reports say the evidence is pointing towards China. Information including social security numbers, birth dates, and addresses on about 80 million people have been stolen. And the question in Taiwan, what went wrong with the engines on that plane that plunged into the river in Taipei? Of course, that video is so dramatic. Investigators now say the problem started just seconds after takeoff when one engine started to lose power. The plane's black box says pilots then, for whatever reason, cut power to the other engine and restarted it, but could not get enough thrust. 58 people were on board the plane, 15 survived. And the Pope weighs in on spanking. He now says it's okay, but with conditions. The Pope says never hit a child in the face, and the punishment must be carried out in a way to preserve the dignity of the child. Don't know how that works. And more police organizations are coming out against Waze.
Turn left on 14th Street Northwest.
It's a popular GPS app that has a function that allows people to mark where police officers are located. The goal is that it helps others avoid tickets, but cops worry the app could also be used by someone who wants to track and attack police officers. They want the function disabled, and they're requesting Google do so. We'll have another Newsmax Now update coming up for you in 30 minutes. Now back to Midpoint.